This is my speech on core values. So, imagine you're living your life purely based off emotions. That is not a way to live. That seems pretty unrealistic to me. Me personally, Jesus Christ has shaped my life in many, many different ways, teaching me very, very core, essential values. For me personally, it's about love, forgiveness, and faith. And with these values in mind, they have fully changed my life and fully changed me within. So, whether it's from your family, your friends, your culture, or even for me, like my faith, we all have core values that guide our lives every single day. So, as my faith has grown over the years, I have learned that these core values of love, forgiveness, and faith have really changed my decisions and what I do and things of nature like that. So it's really, really beautiful, and I've grown in more ways than one. So today, like I said before, I will be sharing these core values of love and forgiveness and faith and showing you how they have changed my life. So getting into the first topic of love. So what is love? Love is to have kindness, compassion to one another, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even if it sucks. But at the same time, it's better to have love than hatred in your heart. So God says, love one another as I have loved you. And so one good example of my life where I've shown love to another person is by treating this homeless man to some food. I saw him on the side of the road. He said he was hungry, and I was getting myself a meal, and I decided, hey, I'm gonna get this guy a meal as well. So I went up to him, I gave him some food, and I was able to pray over him, and we went our separate ways, and it was great. I thought it was amazing, and I was very fortunate and blessed to do so. And it shows that we're able to love not only by our words, but by our actions. And that's what Christ has taught me to do. So with love, you can also have forgiveness. That's my second topic. To have forgiveness is to forgive someone of the deepest, darkest things they may have done to you, or wretched things that might have wronged you in the past. And it's hard, but at the end of the day, your peace matters more than what someone has done to you in the past. So, God says, be kind and compassionate. Forgive one another as God in Christ has forgiven you. Like I said before, when someone wrongs you, you just want to do wrong back to them. But at the end of the day, it's not worth it. Just let go. Understand that your peace is more valuable than what someone has done to you. And that's what I try to live by. It was hard for a time, but at the end of the day, it leads to peace. And there's no point in holding on to something that just doesn't matter and is not in your control anymore. And with those in mind of forgiveness and love, there's faith. I've put my faith in Jesus Christ ever since I was a little boy, but my faith has strengthened over the years, and it has really shown. One key verse that comes to mind is, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will direct your path straight. In many ways, I've taught that verse to myself over and over and over again, but it has been so hard to put that in my life because I try to do my things my own way. And it's like, I can't be doing that. Because at the end of the day, Jesus Christ, the God of the universe, has it all under control. And I don't need to worry about a single thing about my life because he's got it under control. And in many ways, like I said before, I've tried to do things my own way and it just doesn't work out. So he says, trust in the Lord, not myself, trust in the Lord. So trust in him is the best thing you could do in your life. So we talked about love, forgiveness, and faith. And to love is to have compassion and kindness. To forgive is to forget about the wrongdoing someone has done to you in your life and ultimately just let go of that anger and pain. There's no point. And to have faith in the God of the universe who has got it under control. It gives me breath in my lungs every single day of my life, every single minute. You know what I mean? You could take it away, but he's kept me here, so he's got a plan for my life. And at the end of the day, ultimately, Jesus Christ has changed my life with these values, and I've been able to live in this way that he's intended for me to. So I trust in Jesus Christ with my life, knowing that He is deeply rooted in me. That's it. Thank you so much.